Close your eyes for a second and imagine you're standing on a sun-baked American roadside back in 1937. The air is thick with the smell of hot asphalt and dust. Back then, camping was a nightmare. You were either shivering in a leaky canvas tent or fighting a losing battle with a temperamental engine. But then, out of nowhere, this gleaming, aerodynamic silver bullet hums past you at 50 miles per hour. It doesn't look like a car. It looks like a spaceship that took a wrong turn at the moon. While everyone else was literally bolting wooden shacks to the back of old trucks, a Hollywood cinematographer named J. Roy Hunt was already living in the future. He didn't just build a camper, he engineered the world's first true home on wheels. And I'm talking about a machine so advanced it had a functional indoor shower decades before the RV industry even existed as a real business. This wasn't some corporate project from Detroit. It was the obsessive, singular vision of a man who loved the open road but hated leaving his luxury behind. Welcome to Carland. Today, we're uncovering the story of a mechanical ghost that time almost forgot. But before we get into the nuts and bolts, I've got to ask, if you had to live in this for a month, where's the first national park you'd head to? Drop your dream destination in the comments. The 1937 Hunt Housecar was a total masterpiece of the Streamline Moderne era. It featured a 16-gauge steel fuselage that felt more like a grounded aircraft than a van. Under that shimmering skin was the heart of a legend, a reliable Ford Flathead V8. But the real wow factor started the moment you stepped inside. Hunt didn't just throw furniture in there, he played a game of Tetris with living space. The kitchen had a built-in stove and icebox, and the seating flipped into beds with a single movement. But the absolute showstopper? The bathroom. While most of rural America was still using outhouses, Hunt built a dry toilet that folded into the wall to reveal a fully functional shower. It was the first of its kind in a private motorhome ever. If you look at a high-end 2026 Mercedes Sprinter conversion today, you're basically looking at J. Roy Hunt's homework from 90 years ago. He actually cared more about living than driving. He even designed the seat so far forward that you had to reach behind you to shift gears, just so the living room could be a few inches wider. That's some serious dedication to comfort. Which brings me to a question for you gearheads. Do you dig this smooth 1930s streamlined look, or do you prefer the sharp, aggressive lines of modern campers? Tell me why below. J. Roy Hunt wasn't just an inventor, he was a pioneer of the nomadic luxury lifestyle. Every inch of the Housecar was a testament to his obsession with detail. He used 16-gauge steel not just for durability, but because he understood that weight distribution and structural integrity were the keys to a smooth ride. This wasn't a clunky wooden box vibrating itself to pieces on a dirt road. It was a silent, soaring cabin. Inside, the craftsmanship rivaled the finest Pullman rail cars. The cabinetry was hand-finished, the upholstery was designed for long-term wear, and the windows were positioned to maximize natural light while maintaining privacy. He even thought about the psychological impact of travel, creating a space that felt like a sanctuary rather than a cramped vehicle. This was a man who understood that when you're filming on location for weeks at a time, your environment dictates your creativity. By building the Housecar, he gave himself the freedom to be an artist anywhere in the world. So, why did such a genius invention disappear? Well, history got in the way. As the 1930s wrapped up, World War II hit, and the steel Hunt used for his silver bullets was suddenly needed for tanks and fighter planes. Production stopped after only about 50 units. Each one was a bit different. Some had shortwave radios for the deep woods, others had extra space for heavy film cameras. Today, finding one of these in a barn would be like winning the lottery. It makes you wonder what the world would look like if the war hadn't paused this revolution. Here's one for the restoration fans. If you found one of these rotting in a barn today, would you keep it 100% original, or would you go wild and swap in a modern electric Tesla motor? I'm dying to see the votes on this one. The impact of the 1937 Hunt Housecar goes far beyond the 50 units that were built. It set the blueprint for the entire RV industry that followed after the war. Companies like Airstream and Winnebago would eventually adopt many of the principles Hunt pioneered: aerodynamics, integrated plumbing, and multifunctional furniture. But Hunt did it first, and he did it with a level of personal flair that corporate assembly lines could never match. He was a one-man R&D department who solved problems that other manufacturers wouldn't even realize existed for another 30 years. When you see a modern tiny home or a high-tech overlanding rig today, you're seeing the evolution of Hunt's original spark. He proved that humans don't have to choose between the call of the wild and the comforts of home. J. Roy Hunt's legacy is in every RV you see on the road today. He proved you don't need a massive bus to have a massive life. He showed us that home isn't a spot on a map, it's wherever you decide to park for the night. That's why we started Carland, to celebrate the rebels and the tinkerers who saw a world that didn't exist and built it with their own two hands. If you ever get to the RV Hall of Fame in Indiana, go see the lone survivor. You'll feel the spirit of a guy who just wanted a warm shower after a long day of filming in the desert and ended up starting a multi-billion-dollar industry. So, what's the most important part of a road trip for you? Is it a comfortable bed, a powerful engine, or a big kitchen? Rank them in the comments and let's settle this. Thanks for hanging out with us today. We've got a lot more forgotten legends coming up, from steam-powered speedsters to secret military prototypes. If that's your kind of thing, hit subscribe and join the Carland family. Before you go, let me know, what forgotten vehicle should we hunt down next? Your suggestion might be our next video. Keep your eyes on the horizon, and I'll see you in the next one.